I'm at a location where you can collect serpentinite. But I gotta say, one of the things I love about geology is it takes you some beautiful places. Sunrise over Deer Lake. So I'm at beautiful Deer Lake here. The sun has just risen. Actually, that's an awfully beautiful view there. And I could have come here just for the sunrise, but I actually came here for the rocks. We've got serpentinites all over the place over here. These are green rocks. Now, there are a lot of green rocks in the Marquette area. Heck, most of Marquette is built on metabasalts, slightly metamorphosed basalts, on their way to becoming greenstone, which tends to be a very dark greenish color. But serpentinites are different. These are a metamorphic rock. Comes from the word serpentine. Serpentine is the mineral, or rather mineral group, which is itself named after serpents. They decided it looked like the green scaly skin of a snake. Tends to be very soft. Asbestos minerals, they can form, you can get hairy, kind of hairy mineral structure in this, and it's called asbestiform. It's asbestos. It's literally asbestos. It's what they mined to create asbestos materials. But that is not what we're seeing at this location. This is a different form. This is a safer form. The asbestos versions of serpentine are safe to handle as long as you're not huffing it really. This stuff is gorgeous here. It is a soft mineral. It tends to weather very smoothly and be very slippery to walk on. I'm being real careful not to end up in this gorgeous lake. You can see this is the beautiful green serpentine in here. You get a little bit of that asbestiform mineralization here, but it's really not dramatic. It's not the kind of thing they would ever dream of mining. I'm going to take a few samples from here and move on with my day, because I'm hoping to spend most of today at the Ropes gold mine. If I can find it. Couldn't find it last time. Alright, I was taking a closer look at this serpentinite here, and I did find, see if I can film it without, looks like my camera has to provide a shadow, but there's a little bit of this asbestos in here. And as funny as it is, I actually do want to collect a little bit of it. I'll just be washing my hands first so I don't end up rubbing my nose and snorting it or anything by accident. You don't want to, when you're whacking away at this, you do powder a bit of it, and powdered asbestos is not fantastic for your lungs. So you do want to use some basic safety and sanitary practices. Well, trying to find that Ropes gold mine. Search and search, and just a little reminder that you're never really alone out here. I'm near the Ropes gold mine at an outcrop here. This is a material, I believe it's called Verde antique, which is not a very geologic name. It's a mixture of serpentinite and peridotite and even talc, which is what we're seeing here. How can I recognize this is talc? Well, It's soft. I can actually scratch it off with my fingers. I don't know if I actually recorded that. Let me see here. It's not often your fingernails are harder than a mineral. But this is talc here. Running right through this rock. I'd love to get a sample, except there's no chunks sticking out here. It'd be a lot of work to chisel one out. I'm convinced I'll find a better piece somewhere else. But yeah, how fun is that? It's not often you walk up to a rock that's softer than your own fingernails. Here's a spot near Rope's Gold Mine where somebody's been hammering away before me. Someone's put a lot of work into this. Let's take a look at what we're seeing in here. So we've got black mineralization. I'm not entirely sure what this is, to be honest. We got what's probably calcite in here, but we have all this green. And that green's really interesting. I wonder whether that's talc. Oh, it's very soft, very greasy to the touch. There's no mistaking that. That is definitely talc. And that's probably what this person was hammering into, trying to get out. There's tiny amounts of talc scattered throughout, but you get some larger pockets and veins of it in places. Let's have a look down here. See if somebody's already hammered out a piece that would be good for me. Well, it's not great. This piece. Well, someone must have actually picked up all the pieces they hammered off. Let's see if we can't get a sample here. This should be a very soft and easy rock to break. So I did finally find the Rope's Gold Mine. And look at all these sparkles in here. It looks like I found gold, doesn't it? In fact, I hope they're showing up well. I know the shadow of the camera is interfering. When you get up real close to these, there's two things visible to me, at least. One is that the metallic pieces are square shaped. They're little cubes. Gold doesn't do that. They're also kind of tarnished. So what we're almost certainly looking at here is pyrite, perhaps chalcopyrite. But all this in here, that metal, that would be fool's gold. All right, what have we got here? We've got some some talc schists that I have. These came from the Rope's Gold Mine area, I believe. I've got these rocks in two different places. So we'll see more over here. These need to be cleaned up. These are going to be beautiful green once they're clean. You know, geologists don't usually lick their rocks, we usually spit on them. So let me be gross here and just... There you go. That's going to show the color a little bit better when it's cleaned up, when it's not all covered with talc powder. Over here we got some serpentinite from the Deer Lake area that's near to the Rope's Gold Mine. Of course, there's like 40 different Deer Lakes in Michigan. This is one north of Ishpeming. There's actually a public access fishing spot you can walk up to, and then you got all this beautiful serpentinite up there. Some of this stuff is a bit asbestiform, not true asbestos, but getting a little closer to being hairy. Now for the real prizes, these came from the Rope's Gold Mine area. We have some beautiful green talc crystals in here. Very soft, very fragile. They don't hold up well at all. You gotta be real careful when you're packing them in the car, transporting them, storing them. These are some of the softest minerals on the planet. Very, very soft. And we have some talc schist in here, like I showed before. But we also have, and again, I'm wishing that we had sunlight, but we don't, these beautiful gold crystals in here that could be pyrite, but they look too bronze for pyrite. And I'm not seeing true cubes in there. I know that in the general region there's a very rare mineral called cubinite. I'd like to consider that as a possibility. We're going to do some research and try to figure out what I'm seeing in here. It's not some of the usual suspects, though. I don't believe it's chalcopyrite. I don't believe it's pyrrhotite. Certainly not marcasite. I really don't think it's pyrite. So by process of elimination, it's probably something pretty interesting. Here's another gorgeous piece. Boy, these were real easy to break off of the larger rocks because it is a talc schist. It's very soft. But it's got these beautiful metal crystals in there. Gorgeous.